Hello everyone, welcome back to physics classes by Harish, and today I'm going to start this NEET crash course 2021 physics first chapter, first part. So in this first chapter we have the units and measurements, which is in grade 11. Okay, here key concepts of the units and measurements are: first one is unit systems and conversions. Unit systems and conversions, we have three types of unit systems, like already studied in the lower grade. MKS, RSI, CGS and FPS. And conversions, conversion of the physical quantity unit from one system to another system, like CGS unit to MKS or MKS to CGS, like different physical quantities we have. That physical quantity units conversion from CGS to MKS or MKS to CGS. And next one is dimensional analysis. So dimensional analysis, based on the unit of the physical quantity, we can write the dimension analysis. And in this dimensional analysis, we can find the dimension of the unknown quantity. We can check the given relation between the physical quantities is correct or not. With the help of the dimensional analysis, we can see that. So next, third one is nothing but errors. Errors are the different types of errors. In different types of errors are there, and what are the causes of error, and errors in the different combination of algebraic expressions like addition, subtraction, division, power and all will be there. Next one is significant figures and rounding of numbers. While calculating, while measuring the values, what are the numbers we have to take? That is the significant figures. Rounding of numbers means after decimal how many numbers we have to take, like based on that we can see this rounding of numbers and significant figures. These are the key concepts in the units and measurements. Mostly in NEET, they will ask the questions based on the dimension formula, errors, significant figures and all. Units and conversions is very small topic only. It is covered in the lower grade. Mainly we have to concentrate on the dimensional analysis, significant figures, errors and rounding of numbers. And in these two topics, if we concentrate more, definitely we can answer one question, right? In every year under units and measurements, one question will come in the NEET exam, right? So now we'll start this chapter with the units and unit system and conversions. Okay, before that, physical quantity. First of all, what is physical quantity? Physical quantity is nothing but all measurable quantities. Quantities are known as physical quantities. Physical quantities are classified into two types. One is fundamental quantities. Second one is derived quantity. Okay, here fundamental quantities are to measure the physical quantity, no need to depend on any other quantities. Like to measure the mass of an object, directly we can measure with weighing machine. And next, to measure the length of an object, directly we can measure the length of the object with help of the different devices like meter, scale, tape and all. And next one is temperature, also we can directly measure, and current also. Those all are the examples of the fundamental quantities. Time also fundamental quantity. And derived quantity means the physical quantity. To measure it, we need to depend on some other quantities. Are known as derived quantities. So here let us take an example to find the speed of an object. To find the speed of an object, we must know the distance traveled by the object and in how much time it is taken, right? So we must know the two physical quantities, distance and time. We are going to depend on the two physical quantities, distance and time to measure the speed of an object. So that type of quantities are known as derived quantity. Once again, fundamental quantity means the physical quantity to which measure no need to depend on other quantities are known as fundamental quantity. Derived quantity means we have to depend on some other physical quantity. That type of physical quantities are known as derived quantities. So example here, mass, length, time, current, temperature, etc. These are the fundamental quantities. We can say that here derived quantities are like speed, force, energy, momentum, like many quantities we can write. Those who are having the relation with more than two physical quantities, that quantities are known as derived quantities, we can say that. Okay, acceleration also we can write. Acceleration also we can write. These all are the, we can write many more. All are the under the part of derived quantities. So for this, with help of the fundamental quantities, we can write the unit systems. Okay, yeah. Unit system. We have three unit systems. First one is MKS or SI. SI is nothing but International Standard Unit System, we can say that. Second one is CGS. Third one is FPS. Third one is FPS. So here, meter, kilogram, second. So here CGS is nothing but centimeter, gram, and second. And third one is foot, pound, second. Okay, so these are the abbreviation of the MKS, CGS, and FPS. MKS is nothing but meter. Length will measure in terms of meters, and weight, mass of the object will measure in terms of kilograms. Time is in second. And in CGS system, length will measure in terms of centimeter, and mass will measure in terms of grams. Time is second. And FPS, length will measure in terms of foot, and mass in terms of pound, and time is in second. So time is universal, it is constant in all the unit systems. Okay, we'll write the unit for the different quantities. Before that, we'll write the relation between the meter, centimeter, and all. Okay, let us 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. 1 centimeter is equal to 1 divided by 100 meter, which means 10 power minus 2 meters. So 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So 1 millimeter is equal to 1 divided by 10 centimeter. This is 10 power minus 1 centimeter. So these are very important. These plays very important role while solving the numericals. In physics, maximum 90% of numericals only will be there. So this is the relation between. Then 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meters. Okay, 1 kilometer is equal to 1000 meter. Then 1 meter is equal to 1 divided by 1000 kilometer. So this is 10 power minus 3 kilometers. So likewise. Okay, and next coming to mass. 1 kg is equal to 1000 grams. 1 gram is equal to 1 divided by 1000 kg, which is 10 power minus 3 kg. Okay, 1 milligram is equal to 10 power minus 3 gram. 10 power minus 3 gram. Okay. So this is enough in the case of mass, kg, gram, milligram. That's it. And the next one is time is same. Time is second. General unit is second. So 1 hour is equal to 60 seconds, 60 minutes. 1 minute is equal to 60 seconds. Okay. So 1 hour is equal to 60 into 60 seconds. So this is 3600 seconds. Okay. So this is length, mass, time. This is the basic idea of the length, mass and time. We'll see that unit, how to write the unit. Next, we'll take the physical quantity force. F is equal to MA. F is equal to MA. We don't know the unit of force. So we know the unit of this mass and acceleration. Okay. M is nothing but mass and A is nothing but acceleration. So this is a fundamental quantity and this is derived quantity. So fundamental quantity direct unit we can write, it is kg. And derived quantity acceleration is equal to rate of velocity. Rate of velocity. So velocity is nothing but what it is? Rate of displacement divided by time. So this will be s divided by t square. We can write here meter per second square. We can write meter per second square by substituting this unit of mass and unit of acceleration here. So F unit of F is equal to unit of force is kg meter second power minus 2. Kg meter second power minus 2. This is also known as Newton. Right. Unit of force is Newton. Unit of force is Newton. Likewise we can write. Similarly energy. Energy, all type of energies have the same unit. Kinetic energy, potential energy, or whatever the energy, those all are the same. Here for example I am taking the kinetic energy, that is half m v square. So m is nothing but mass, its unit is kg, and v is nothing but speed or velocity we can take. So this is meter per second. So then unit we can write kg meter per second whole square. So this will be kg meter square second power minus 2. Okay. So this is also known as joule. This is also known as joule. It's also known as joule. And if you write this one as kg meter second minus 2 into meter, so this will here that kg meter second minus 2 is nothing but Newton. Newton meter is the unit of energy. Okay, ma'am. Yeah, I will write the some physical quantities units. We know that according to universal gravitational law, F is equal to G m1 m2 divided by r square. So here F is nothing but force, G is nothing but universal gravitational constant, m1 and m2 are the mass of the two objects, and r is the distance between the two objects we can have. So now we are going to write the unit of this capital G. So for that G is equal to F r square divided by m1 m2. we know the unit of force, distance and mass. We'll substitute those all units here. G is equal to kg meter second minus 2 is the unit of the force, and r is nothing but distance unit is meter, right? So that is here meter square divided by m1 and m2 are the masses, then a unit is here kg square. So simplifying here, 1 kg will be cancelled and this will be a unit of G is equal to kg inverse meter cube second minus 2. So this is the unit of universal gravitational constant. Unit of the universal gravitational constant. Okay, so likewise we can write the constants units also. Okay, you can take any mathematical relation, you can take any relation between the physical quantities, we can write the unit of that particular physical quantity. Here next I will take that Planck constant E is equal to h nu. According to quantum theory, energy of the photon E is equal to h nu. Now I am going to write the unit of this h is nothing but what is it, ma? H, Planck constant. It's a Planck constant unit I am going to write here. H is equal to E divided by mu. So mu is nothing but frequency. Frequency is nothing but reciprocal of time period. So then H is equal to, we can write E into T. We know that unit of energy is nothing but joule. Okay, here we can write joule second. If you want to write in terms of kg meter second and all, joule is nothing but kg meter square second minus 2, and here it is second, so then it will be kg meter square second minus 1. So this is the unit of Planck constant. Planck constant. Likewise we can write a unit for the different quantities also. Okay, yeah. So next we will see the conversion one unit to the another unit, CGS to MKS or MKS to CGS. Unit conversion. First we will see that CGS to MKS. MKS, CGS to MKS, convert acceleration acceleration CGS to MKS, CGS to MKS. So here acceleration is equal to, we can write here velocity divided by time. So velocity unit is centimeter per second square, centimeter per second, and time is second only. So then acceleration is equal to centimeter second divided by second. This we can write centimeter per second square. So this we have to convert it into MKS. As we know that 1 centimeter is equal to 10 power minus 2 meters. So time is second. It is common in all the unit systems. Then here 1 centimeter per second square is equal to 1 centimeter equal to how many meters? 10 power minus 2 meter into second square. So then acceleration unit is 10 power minus 2 meter per second square is the unit of acceleration in MKS. Okay, 1 centimeter per second square is equal to 10 power minus 2 meter per second square, we can do. So this is the way we can convert the physical quantity unit from one unit system to another unit system. Second one will take energy. Energy is kg meter square second minus 2 is the MKS one. This is MKS. And CGS is gram centimeter square second minus 2 is CGS unit. We know the relation between kg and gram, meter and centimeter, and second will be. So we'll write gram centimeter square second power minus 2 is equal to how many kg meter square second minus 2. Okay, here 1 gram is equal to 10 power minus 3 kg. 1 centimeter is equal to 10 power minus 2 meters. So we'll write here this one 10 power minus 3 kg into 10 power minus 2 whole square into meter square to second minus 2. So this will be 10 power minus 3 kg 10 power minus 4 meter square second minus 2. So this will be 10 power minus 7 kg meter square second minus 2. So means here gram 1 gram centimeter square second minus 2 is equal to 10 power minus 7 kg meter square second minus 2. So this is also known as dyne is equal to, okay, this one dyne is equal to 10, not dyne ma, this is erg, ERG, erg is equal to 10 power minus 7 joule. So we can write 1 joule is equal to 10 power 7 erg. 1 joule is equal to 10 power 7 erg. Okay, so this is the way we can convert the unit from one system to another system. Here CGS to MKS we have converted. Likewise, next we'll see the force. Force, like convert 1 Newton into 1 Newton to its CGS unit. CGS unit. So 1 Newton is equal to, we have kg meter second minus 2. CGS unit is nothing but this we have to convert it into CGS. So CGS is nothing but gram centimeter second minus 2. So we have the relation between gram and kg. So 1 kg equal to how many grams? 10 power 3 grams. And 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters. This will be 2 centimeter in second minus 2. So this will be 10 power 5 gram centimeter second minus 2. So this is 10 power 5. So this total is known as dyne. Okay, 1 Newton is equal to 10 power 5 dyne. So 1 dyne is equal to 10 power minus 5 Newton. 1 dyne is equal to 10 power 5, 10 power minus 5 Newtons. This is the way we can convert the physical quantity unit from one system to another system. And next one we'll see with the numerical. Convert 0.01 dyne to its MKS unit. Okay, so here dyne is nothing but CGS unit of force, and that force unit we have to write in MKS system. Okay, here solution dyne is unit of force in CGS system. Right. So 1 dyne is equal to gram centimeter second minus 2. Okay. So 0.01 gram centimeter second minus 2 is equal to how many MKS units that we have to write. So here 0.01 into 1 gram equal to how many kilos mass? 10 power minus 3 kg, and 1 centimeter is equal to 10 power minus 2 meters, and the second is minus as usual. Then here this is 10 power minus 2, we can write into 10 power minus 3 into 10 power minus 2 kg meter second minus 2. So then it will be 10 power minus 7 kg meter second minus 2 we can write. So here we can write 0.01 dyne is equal to this one. 0.01 dyne is equal to 10 power minus 7 Newton. 10 power minus 7 Newton. Okay, 0.01 dyne is equal to 10 power minus 7 Newton. As we know that 1 dyne is equal to 10 power minus 5 Newton. So 0.01 dyne is equal to, directly if you know this process now, directly we can write 1 dyne is equal to 10 power minus 5 newtons, and this 10 power minus 0.01 is nothing but 10 power minus 2, and dyne is equal to 10 power minus 5. Total we can write here 10 power minus 7 Newton. Within 2 steps we can write. Already we derived that 1 Newton is equal to 10 power 5 dynes. 1 dyne is equal to 10 power minus 5 newtons. 0.01 dyne is equal to how many newtons? So 0.01 is nothing but 10 power minus 2, and dyne is nothing but 10 power minus 5 newtons. So total is 10 power minus 7 newtons. Okay, and then next one is convert 100 joules into its CGS unit. CGS unit. Solution here, joule is MKS unit of energy. Right, 1 joule is equal to what we can write, kg meter square second minus 2. This is okay. And next CGS we have to convert it. As we know that relation, 1 joule is equal to 10 power 7 okay, we know the CGS unit of energy is CGS unit of is so we know the relation here, 1 joule is equal to 10 power 7 erg. So 100 joule equal to how many ergs? So 100 joules is equal to 10 power 2 into 10 power 7 ergs. So then it will be 10 power 9 erg. 100 joules is equal to 10 power 9 erg. Is it clear now? So this is the way we can convert the unit conversions of the physical quantities from one unit system to another unit systems. Thank you.